Hi there and welcome to the next video on custom fit. I wanted to talk to you quickly about the sort of things that go into the preparation of a custom fit. So you break the whole session down into four. You'd be thinking about preparation, investigation, you'd be thinking about the actual assessment itself, and you'd be thinking about the follow-up side of things as well. Okay, so in terms of the preparation and the investigation, some of the forms I've got here, which I'm going to show you now, and I'll walk you through the sort of things that I'm looking at. So just a little folder here and a few little frequency charts there. We've got a few reminders on settings of drivers and so forth. And then let's go and find, there we go. So here we go. So this is a little sheet. It's before any fitting, I'll always want to get all of this information, or as much of it as I possibly can. Some of the information you gather when you're actually at the session. But here you've got, obviously, first name and second name always help. The venue, I work out 6 or 7 different venues, so I always put the venue down here to know where I've seen the customer. The date I'm actually seeing them for the first time. Obviously, obvious things like gender, and then we've got contact details, etc. Always need to know whether they're right-handed or left-handed. Height and wrist to floor, I'll actually gather that information once I'm in the session. I'll have gathered their height actually beforehand, so I'll know who's going to be walking in. I know if they're left or right-handed. I know how tall they are, so I know who I'm looking for. Glove size, very important. If they've got large hands, for example, I want to make sure that I've actually got some appropriate grips on test clubs so they can feel the difference, because that makes a huge difference to the feel of a golf club. It's important to have that prepared. I'll measure their actual full hand size and finger length. I also check to see the actual thickness of their hand as well. So in terms of hand thickness, the thicker it is, that has an impact on the size of the grip as well, so thick or thin. So it's not just about the length of the hand, it's actually the thickness as well. Obviously handicap, let's find out what sort of level the player is going to be, and where are they aiming? Are they aiming for a handicap goal, or are they just aiming for certain scores, or they just want to be a social golfer, or just play for fun, or just play for business? These are very important pieces of information because they help me understand where the player's actually headed and where they want to be. Are they getting coached, and who by? I'll probably know the coach, but if I don't, I'll probably do a little bit of research beforehand to find out how they coach, what they coach, so I can make sure the equipment is suitable for what the player or what the coach is, or what the player is being told. Are they interested in coaching? If they don't have a coach and they want some coaching, then I have access, and I've got lots of access to some fantastic coaches in the Mike York Golf Academy coach amongst the Knightsbridge Golf Course, Knightsbridge Golf School rather. So lots of good coaches who we can steer people towards if they need it. I also like to find out if they've been referred by anyone, or how do they find us. Very interesting here, current set makeup. What clubs are they used to using? And I'm not talking about the details here, we're talking about the, is it a driver, is it a 3-wood, is it a hybrid, what's the longest iron? What wedge configuration do they carry? Is it 3 wedges, 4 wedges, 2 wedges? So it helps me understand what they're used to, and obviously some information about where they are, just so I know where they're travelling from. Member of which golf clubs. If I know which golf clubs they're a member at, or which courses they play, I'll understand a little bit more about the conditions they are seeing on a regular basis. Occupation. Often occupation ties very closely into how they play golf. Other sports, of course, if they're used to being a good sportsman, perhaps, sportswoman, that can often have an influence on their technique. And if they're not so good at other sports, not a problem at all, because actually golf is quite unique in the sense that good sports people often don't find golf that easy, or as easy as they expect. Injuries, very important. Got to find out whether there are things that are restricting their swing at all, or even if it's just subconscious, might have some back issues that they might actually, even without thinking about it, just be reducing the power they're putting into it, or maybe they're a little bit tentative, or not quite as comfortable following through. And then I find out if they've had clubs fitted before. It's always good to know if they're used to this sort of process, and where they've had it fitted before. I've said before in a previous video that there are different sorts of fittings. If you're fitting to close a sale, you're going to get a very different result than if you're fitting to actually help someone's game improve, and you really take the time, the care and attention to actually understand what they actually need to actually help them, and you need to know where they're going. Play frequency, both summer and winter, or overall, and that includes practice. How often are they playing? How often are they practicing? This information is really important because it'll tell me whether I need to build clubs that suit them and cater for what they're doing now, or whether I actually need to build some progress into the clubs as well, which is very important. That ties in, of course, with the handicap side of things. So this is just a little bit of information. There's a load more we get actually on the day. I then start to pick up on someone's mannerisms, their tempo, their speed, all the things you can collect from maybe launch monitor data. But this is the first part of a successful custom fit, a fit that's being built around helping someone improve, helping someone get maximum performance. And that's the start of it. So in another video, I think we'll go through some more elements of the custom fit process. But that's the first bit. So I hope that helps. If you'd like any more information, please feel free to contact us via the website, on phone or email. And if you'd like to get access to all our information, we've also got a free Facebook group which is underneath in the comments section here of the video. It's called The Equipment Coach. Sign up there, it's all free, and that's where we post all our videos and bits of information that we hope you'll find useful for your game. Alright, so thanks very much, and I'll speak to you soon.